Sir, back up, please. Sir, you got to back up. Come on, be a human being. Back up, please. Come on. Can I be any more nicer? Can I be any more polite?
Come on,
back
man.
up.
No such thing as a white man being nice, man.
All right, you said that, right?
Yeah. Show me where y'all nice at.
I don't need to show you,
man.
I'm just asking you to back up.
I'm back.
You better tune in to Zanera, House of Consciousness, bringing street lectures, dramatic and kinetic, all of the professors. Now Valley Consciousness will manifesta. You better tune in to Zanera, House of Consciousness, bringing street lectures, dramatic and kinetic, all of the professors. Now Valley Consciousness will manifesta. Teaching from the Moors, the nation of Islam, got the gods in the earth, 5% nation. Kabbalah and astrology, we got the zodiac. Occult scientific with a dose of black jack. We got the Hebrew script, metal nature. Codify the script, activate our nature. Can't forget Hanuabi and the Rastafarian. Haile Selassie, the throne of Ethiopia, the womb of creation, the land of the nature. Get up on your game and tune in inside Netta. It's the womb of creation, the land of the nature. Get up on your game and tune in inside Netta. Got the womb of creation, the land of the nature. Get up on your game and tune in inside Netta. With the womb of creation, the land of the nature. Get up on your game and tune in. You better tune in to Netta. House of Consciousness, bringing street lectures.
Hey, Sonetta, I got a question for you. Won't you tell me why it is that the world of academia, intellectual circles, respected scientists, reputable theologians, and world-renowned thinkers and philosophers, innovators, leaders in their field, people that are actually in the labs, on the ground, in the classrooms, figuring out ways to beat diseases, advance medicine and technology, etc., why do they not have anything like the House of Consciousness?
I have become greatest of the great. I have come into being among the beings who clear the vision of the soul and I know why a greatest lock is made for a what? A what? So never disrespect me again.
Because God, when the flood took place, 40 days,
Black
40
power.
nights, he allowed so much as a pig. He put a spirit on the pig. He let the women eat their own babies. Why would the put a spirit on the Israelites and stop them from eating their own children?
Kemet on trial, title of that damn lecture. Destroyed the Hebrews with the power of our ancestors. Our clans better didn't talk or debate on Daniela. Or Zion Lex, don't hate on Kemet, y'all fans betcha. And Sonetta, bringing knowledge to the masses. With the undisputed knowledge, they don't teach in classes. Kemet, Black Power Movement, do you understand? We on trial, Hebrews thought they had the upper hand. Polite, killed them with that footage from the motherland. Hush too much rah-rah, Nazi Elder Gabar. The young, y'all want stop. When is y'all gon' stop? We got tombs and mummies, y'all just got some rocks. Man, my squad iller, plus the Magi and the God Killer. Shout out to Hefshet Soot and the King Haru, the son of Amin Ra, Asepata Asa. Now Valley's here, we came to bring it home. Kim is back to claim the throne.
Okay, so I need to tell people, please, wake up. They can't show me or show the bones of anybody in the Bible. They can't show me no Hebrew, if the Hebrews built the pyramids, where their pyramids before.
Brother Sheik Roy Bay right here. I've been watching this brother too. I just ain't get to tell you yet. But I've been watching this brother too. And this brother right here be dropping some information, some heavy information, especially when it comes to legalese law. Ain't that right? So now, without further ado, welcome Sheik Roy Bay to the center, please.
Thank you. Well, hey, brothers and sisters, you know, Rome fights on all levels. All levels. Rome don't leave a stone unturned when it comes to checking and critiquing what they perceive to be their property still. And all you so-called Negroes and so-called Hispanics are perceived as property, right? So with that being said, how many of you guys know the name Frank Rizzo? How many of y'all know Frank Rizzo, right? Yeah. Well, Frank Rizzo, he was the devil demon mayor of Philadelphia. He's the one responsible for putting Brother Mumia Abu Jamal, well, yeah, behind prison. I'm going right there. Drop the bomb on the MOVE movement. John Africa. Ramona Africa. He's the one who led the charge against many of us in Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. But there was no love for us then, and there's no love for us now. See? So now, Mumia Abu Jamal is still on death row, just lost 30 pounds due to the COVID virus. They overturned a part of his conviction, so now he's just doing life. But either way, it's still death. He's been there since what, 1982? Now we in 2021, right? So with that being said, before I get into my subject matter today, I want to address the issue where some brothers and sisters were saying that Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz has never won any cases. How many of y'all heard that nonsense before? See, but I'm from New York. I'm not an out-of-towner. See, I was here in the 1990s when Mayor Giuliani was the mayor of New York City. And Brother Khalid Abdul Muhammad was sparking off the first Million Youth March, I think it was in 1998, right? And Giuliani didn't want us to have the rally in Harlem, but we should have been having it at. He wanted us to have it on Randall's Alley, translation Rikers Alley, right? But prior to that, in 1998, Mayor Rudolph Giuliani was the district attorney. And what did he do? He put a lot of the Italian mafia in jail. Well, I ain't got no problems with that, right? He put 11 mob figures in jail, leaders of 5 mob crime families in jail, and he could not be defeated. As Brother Khalid Muhammad would say, that puny cracker was vicious. Nobody beat Mayor Giuliani. You know who beat Mayor Giuliani in New York? Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz. In his own backyard, in his own jurisdiction. The Circuit Court of Appeals yielded to the demands of Dr. Khalid and the Million Youth March. And had it not been for Brother Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz, you would have never heard. And if you don't have a gun, every one of them got 1 gun, 2 guns, maybe 3 guns in self-defense. If they attack you, take their goddamn guns from them and use their guns on them. We would have never heard them words that day. I was at the Million Youth March in 1998, that hot summer day, and I loved it all, right? I saw the riot squad when they first walked out from behind the school building with little nightsticks and all that kind of stuff. And if we didn't have a general like Dr. Khalid that day, we would have lost a lot of lives. A lot of people would have got hurt because they came to shed the blood of you standing here right here today. So now we're talking about gang violence once more. And it seems like a repeated cycle that keeps on circulating in its own motion. But nonetheless, though, we will continue to do what we got to do to advance the cause and the conditions of these people out here. And by the way, before I go any further, let's all give a strong shout out and round of applause to our brothers and sisters who are hiding in the project windows. They're up there smiling, but they don't want the devil to see that they involved today. That's what this is all about. And don't think for 1 second Though numerically this may not look like it has the same magnitude as the Million Man March, we in a new era of time today. We got technology. Thousands more going to peep this. Thousands more. See? And the message is going to vibrate through the ethers one way or the other. And just like some of these brothers here came and said their piece about what got them to change and make a difference, it is because we have a connected linguistic continuity via communication today. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So stay with the revolutionary movement. I like revolutionaries. I like the Rowan Moorish revolutionaries. And let me give a shout out to my brothers who got kidnapped, captured, detained in Massachusetts. Rise of the Moors. That's what the media called them too, didn't they? Hey, I'm just quoting what I heard. That's all I'm doing. All our revolutionaries who came out of different time eras. If Harriet Tubman was here, she'd be here today. Would she not be? If Nat Turner was here, he'd be here today. Would he not be? Well, why the hell ain't you here today? For those of you who are not here, who will hear it later. If Beyonce said she was coming to town, you would have filled every corner of these damn projects today. But somebody is coming to give you some free Harvard degrees on how to cease your oppression, repression, and suppression. And all of a sudden on the day of, you had a different agenda. Something came up. Stop fronting. Stop fronting. Real people gonna do real things. And before I walk off this earth, I want to have an opportunity to get at least one of my toes up in this cracker's buttocks. If I can't get the whole foot in, I'll settle for a toe. Just a toe. Pinky or big, it don't make no difference. I look up on the news, we getting shot. You got 2 cops, they roughing up a brother, roughing up a sister. You pull out not the AK, but the cell phone. But I guarantee you this. I guarantee you, if they start receiving some of those pop shots they like getting while they doing all that, there'll be a change of plans back in the police departments. There'll be a change of plans. When you start letting them things fly, you already stated here all day today, you know who the enemy is. Well, when it's going down like dominoes, God darn it, act like you know who they are. They ain't playing with us. I seen them shoot a pregnant sister. I said, damn, this cracker vicious. She got a baby in her. Anytime you got an individual who will shoot a pregnant woman with a baby in her, that's an individual who is trying to take out your whole nation. He wants to make sure that you don't bring, as Brother Khalid was saying, military reinforcements from in between your legs. He wants to make sure he stops you right where you are. If he can't put you back on the plantation, no problem. Like I said, Rome fights on all levels. He's going to make sure he use some of his tentacles, such as the food mafia, the Food and Drug Administration. Right? He's going to poison you with chemical and biological warfare. Poison your water. Make sure your water is highly acidic. Keep the alkaline out the body. Keep on neutralizing the brain cells from thinking perpendicularly, thinking consciously, thinking righteously, thinking revolutionary. He gonna make sure he destroy you with this COVID vaccine 19 vaccination. He's trying to persuade the people now. Corporate media is frustrated because they can't get the people to agree to their agenda via manufactured consent. They can't do nothing without your consent. Everything they do, they get you to subliminally, indirectly, psychologically give it the head nod of approval and say it's safe and okay. This is another tactic to slowly wipe you off the face of the globe. 10, 15 years from now, maybe far more less than that. Some of us won't even be here. You won't be here to have these roundtable discussions. Now they want to give you arcade games to take a shot. I understand now that Walmart is a hell of a beast. Target department store is another beast. All of them and these multi-billion-dollar corporations have their hand in the future planning of the depopulation of the sons and children of the Most High under this sun. Watch these no-good crackers. I don't trust near one of them. I play the game periodically because you know what? It's chess. We gotta move strategically and politically to get ahead sometimes, because we still behind enemy lines. But always move forward in the spirit of Harriet Tubman, Nat Turner. Always move forward with the spirit of Toussaint Louverture. Move like Marcus Garvey. Even Dr. King was wise in his tactics. Move like Prophet Noble Drew Ali. He came right up under the grip, loosened it, and before you know it, he had formed a government, a religious theocracy by which we can form political maneuverings out of that demonstration. Study all these historical tactics. I love the Black Panther political party. Bought that free lunch back in the day, didn't they? They sure enough did, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Feeding little young brothers, young sisters. When the Black Panthers was out there, let's give honor where it's due when the Black Panthers was on scene, giving us little shots to keep our little immunities up. We didn't have to worry about if the shot was going to cause us to have 25 different side effects. But now today.
Yeah, just a reminder to all mods. No warning shots. Get rid of the niggas. We trying to clean up our channel, family. No warning shots. Get rid of the niggas. No warning shots. Get rid of them. Peace.
The people are saying, nah, man, I really don't trust that too tough. See? We got people, according to this Food and Drug Administration. First, they said 11,000 people have died due to the COVID-19 vaccination. Then they said 25,000 have died, but they keep it in hush-hush. They got websites telling you about the side effects. Pay attention. And they're forcing us. Scan you up on the news, the Delta variant. Since when has the enemy of us been concerned with us getting stronger in the hood? Never have they been. Their whole demonstration is to genetically break you down, mentally, psychologically break you down, make you weaker. So you'll never think about overturning them. And therefore, the pseudo concept of white supremacy lives on to dominate the earth for another 300, 400, 500 years if we let it. If we let it. Yeah, so check on your high blood pressure. Check on your cholesterol. Because you can't be a revolutionary and a soldier if you can't run up some damn stairs. It ain't gonna work out. Don't slam dunk all day. We got Jordan, LeBron doing all right. Do some push-ups and pull-ups in these parks. Get your strength up. See? Get into UFC. Start training in martial arts. I told you, Rome fights on all levels. Rome don't leave a stone unturned. Not one, and you better not either. You want to be a scholar? You read them books, no doubt, we need that. You want to be a revolutionary? Find a gym, go to war with self, hit that bag, build your strength up. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. We know it wasn't Frank Rizzo who dropped the bomb, family. Goddamn, we know that. Who was the mayor that time? Who was the mayor of Philadelphia? During the MOVE movement. Do anybody know? Do anybody know? Do anybody? Nobody don't know, huh? I'm gonna wait for a minute.
Got the little newspapers in it.
Do anybody know who was the mayor during the time of MOVE movement? Who was the mayor? Who was that mayor? Okay, we're gonna keep moving until y'all come up with it.
Hand, they got enough strength in their legs, their knees won't buckle, their knees won't bend, and they can sell 500 papers in a week, each mosque in competition for the upliftment of finances that it takes to raise a nation. This is war, and you had it. You can hide all you want in these damn projects. I don't care. Eventually, you got to come outside because tomorrow the Panthers going to be gone. You got to face them niggas over there with them blue uniforms on. You got to face them. Now was the time to get in where you fit in, find your comfort zone. You know, let loose some of that stress, that, you know, steam it all off for a couple minutes. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you today. We here, we got you covered like a blanket. You know what I'm saying? And my man Sarnetta right there, let me tell you something. I'm gonna switch up for about 2 seconds. I used to watch his brother in Harlem make Jews and other crackers bow down and kiss his feet. I used to love it. It was awesome. I used to love it. You know what I'm saying? That's my man right there. I give honors to brothers in my lifetime who I was privy to see apply.
The Honorable Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz. Black power! Black power! Black power!
Fire, baby. Fire, baby. Fire, baby.
All right, black power. Black power. Black power. Black power. Black power. Black power. Black love. Black love. And black unity. Black unity. Black power. Black power. Black power. Black power. Black love. Black love. And black unity. Black unity. Give yourself a black hand. Every black man and woman out here, give yourself a strong round of applause. Get a rolling 60 Crips a strong round of applause. Get a Gangster Disciples out here a strong round of applause. Get a rolling 30s Harlem Crip a round of applause. Give every blood out here in unity a round of applause, man. Get a Black Panthers a round of applause, man. They said we couldn't do this. They said we couldn't be out here together without going off. But we getting ready to go off now. Black power? Look, just a few words for a few moments, man. I am the student of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. That bad, bald-headed black man, Dr. Khalid, who declared to us that he was born to get a white man hell from the cradle to the grave. Black power? Black power. The Black Panther Party is out here. The new Black Panther Party is out here. That's a hell of a moment, because when you go back through the gang history of the Crips and the Bloods, the Black Panther is at the root of it. When you go back to the origin of blood, and then you go back to the Crippin' in Los Angeles, California, and I'm from Los Angeles, California, I'm here to tell you that the Black Panthers and the Bloods and the Crips, they was all together in the beginning. You go to Chicago, you say I'm a gangster disciple. You say I'm a vice lord. Well, you still can't talk about the gangster disciple, the vice lord, without talking about the Moorish Science Temple and the Black Panther Party of Chicago. Black power? They have divided us all of these years. They have kept us apart. They have kept us sending each other from the jails, sending us to the jails and the morgue today. But I'm here to tell you, it's a new day up here in the Bronx, New York. It's a new day out here. Black power? Black power. Back in the beginning, you all know, all of you who are Crippin', raise your Crip hands up high, man. Huh? Raise your Crip hands up high, huh? Because we grew up around that. I grew up around that. You know, in the beginning, there's a black man that we all know about. His name is Raymond Washington. Huh? There's a black man we know who we all love. We're talking about, his name is Tookie Williams. Is that right? So back in the beginning, back in 1970, 69, 1970, 71, there was a Black Panther who was with Huey Newton. Y'all know Huey, right? Come on, give it up for the Honorable Huey P. Newton. Huey P. Newton is why we out here today. If Huey Newton wasn't here, we wouldn't be out here today. He raised up another black man named Bunchy Carter. And Bunchy was out in Los Angeles. And Raymond Washington was in Los Angeles. And Raymond Washington loved the Black Panthers. Raymond Washington and Tookie Williams, they started the Crips. Now they say they don't know which way the Crips started. They say some of them say that it started, they were called the Cribs, and they started calling it the Crips. Some say they call it the Crips. They call it the Crips because they would be crippling the enemy. I don't know which one it was. I like the Crip and Cripple because Khalid Muhammad taught me if you got to cripple anybody, you should cripple this cracker. Black power, if you got to cripple anybody, you got to crip on this cracker who has been crippling our people for the last 400 years. That's the enemy we're here to talk about banging on. Black power, we are not here to end gang banging today. We are here to bang for black power. Huh? We are not here to bang on our brothers and sisters today. God damn it, if we got any enemy, it's got to be the white man of America. Black power, Raymond Washington and Tookie Williams, they got it started. The East Side Crips and the West Side Crips. It was only two kind of Crips out there. The East Side Crips, then the West Side Crips. And back then, Raymond, and they wanted it to be like the Black Panthers. They were talking about community control, is that right? Like some of you today say that Crip means community revolutionary in progress, is that right? Some say continuous revolutionary in progress, is that right? That was the mindset of Brother Raymond. That was the mindset of Brother Tookie Williams back there in the early 1970s. But they killed Bunchy Carter. The COINTELPRO counterintelligence program of the United States government set out to kill the Black Panthers, set out to kill the relationship between the Black Panthers and the Crips, the Black Panthers and the soon-to-be came down the line, the Bloods. It was the enemy and the government that killed Bunchy Carter, that put one Black Panther against the US organization and the US organization against the Black Panthers, and they made sure that Brother Raymond Washington and Brother Tookie Williams never took up the banner of Black Power. But that's where they were headed. And then once it was the East Side Crips and the West Side Crips, you know how we are as a people. Y'all know how it is. If it's one leader, somebody else saying they got to be the next leader. At one time, it was just all the West Side Crips in Los Angeles, California. But then it started to break down. And then you had Crip going against another Crip. Then you had the what? The in-hood Crips split against the gangster Crips. Hello. You had the in-hood Crips split along the lines with what they call gangster Crip. So you had now, as you came up, when I came up as a junior high schooler, right around 1980 or so, you had the rolling 60s. You had all of the in-hoods led by the rolling 60s. They was with the rolling 30s, the rolling 90s, all of the neighborhood gangsters. And then they became the enemies of who? The 8 Trey gangsters. The mighty 83rd Gangster Crip. You know Monster Cody, don't you? Huh? Talk to me, gangsters. And know your history from 1978, 1979. It wasn't but one Crip nation to the Crip nation split and set apart. It wasn't no Bloods until around 1972 when somewhere up in Hollywood, the Crips jumped on and they beat a brother you'll read about him. His name is Robert Ballou. And 20 Crips went and they killed him in Hollywood over his leather jacket. And so to get protection from the Crips, the ones who was non-Crips, they started to call themselves the Bloods. And the first blood set on the set was the Pyrus. And Pyru, up on Pyru Street up in Compton, is when the Bloods first got started. This up off in the 1970s now, hear me. Then later on, it was all Crip, but then neighborhood Crips start fighting gangster Crip. Why did neighborhood Crip start fighting gangster Crip? Well, it went from the point when, at one point in the 1970s, you saw how big Tookie was. In the 1970s, it was all about the fisticuffs. In the 1970s, hold this. In the 1970s, it was all about throwing them hands. And everybody was working out. Everybody was working out because it was hand-to-hand combat. But if you read Monster Cody book, you know, around 1979, the rolling 60s and the 8-tray gangsters, they were rolling together. They used to be together. But it was, and when they had a beef, they used to get in the park and they fought it out in the park, hand to hand and man to man. But one of them fights went away. One of them fights went wrong. And one of them fights between the 60s and the 8-trays, there was a new 8-tray. He came in and he pulled out the gat and he smoked one of the rolling 60s top generals. He smoked his little brother, little Rick's brother. As a matter of fact, up there when the 8-trays in the 60s was fighting it out, and when little Rick's brother got murdered, and then the 8-trays came around to the 60s hood to try to settle it, and some 60s smoked some top 8-tray gangster generals right in the 60s hood up off Arlington, and ever since then, it's been on. It's been on. Black power? Am I telling you the truth out here? All right, so down, so the line, so hear me out. How much blood has been shed now between Crip on Crip? How much blood now has been shed? 8-tray gangster on Crip, Crip on 8-tray gangster. That's all I knew when I was in high school. 8-tray gangster, I'm rolling 60, 8-tray gangster killer. I'm 8-tray gangster, I'm rolling 60 killer. There's the 8-tray gangsters, and who they homie? The Hoover Crips. 107th Street Hoover, 92nd Street Hoover, 74th Street Hoover, 52nd Street Hoover, all lined up against their blue-black brothers in the rolling 60s with the white man looking right on saying niggas tear each other up. Niggas tear each other up out here in Los Angeles, California. What else split up the 60s and the 8-tray gangsters? Oh, it was some women. It was some sisters. It was one 8-tray gangster had another rolling 60 woman, and they couldn't settle. It was a big fight over a woman. Somebody got shot over a girlfriend doing somebody on both sides of the set. Sound familiar? Black power, sound familiar? How many of us have shed each other's blood over some woman or some sex behind the scenes? Black power? Look, my brother, I joined when I was at Audubon Junior High School. I ain't grow up as no gang member. But when I went to Audubon Junior High School, I joined the rolling 60s for about 60 days. Literally. It was about 60 days I joined the rolling 60s. And let me tell you this. 60 days, 60 nights? It was about 60 days. Look. I ain't gonna be long. Y'all bear with me, man. I'm gonna set the tone and I'm gonna turn it back over to y'all. Black power, black love, black unity. Look, why did I join up with the rolling 60s? Because when I went to Audubon Junior High School, the first thing they said to me when I got on the yard was, let's go in the bathroom and fight, and that's gangsters. Here come the Bloods.
driving through, right in the intersection, broad daylight. Here comes some Bloods right out, 3 o'clock on the Merck Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. Boom! Busting in the middle of the daytime. Boom! Busting. Almost got hit. Didn't get hit. God damn it. What if I would have got hit? If I would have got hit by them Van Ness gangsters on that day, I would never have met Khalid Muhammad. If I would have got hit by them Bloods that day, I would have never been here for these young brothers who are now here joining the new Black Panther Party. What am I saying, man? Man, I love y'all. But we got to understand that every life that we have taken of another black man and woman, we could have snuffed out the life of a future liberator of our people. Huh? Every time we have gone to a funeral, every time that we have seen a mother or aunt crying, we possibly have wiped out the future liberation of our people. But there's a chance, you know. God forgives us, brothers. Did you know that God can forgive us, man, for the crimes that we have committed? Let me just close by saying this. Let me say something else before I close. How many gangster disciples we got out here? Huh? Where the GDs at? Man, black power to the GDs out here. You got my phone? Farad, you got it, okay. According to the gangster disciple history, according to gangster disciple history, it was Brother Larry Hoover. Free Larry Hoover. Free Larry Hoover. Y'all don't sound like y'all want to. Y'all really want Hoover free? God damn it. Free Larry Hoover. Free Larry Hoover. Free Larry Hoover. Free Larry Hoover. It was gangster disciples. Hoover led the Supreme Gangsters, and it was another brother named Barksdale. He led the Black Disciples. And they came together and they formed the Black Gangster Disciple Nation. Sooner or later, yeah, that sounds strong, don't it? Yes, sir. But sooner or later, they were fighting and killing one another. The disciples was fighting and killing one another. The Crips were together, but as soon the enemy got in it, and the Crips were killing each other. What about and now, they say that the gangster disciples are 25,000 strong all over America. Is that right? According to what I read, the gangster disciple is 25,000 to 50,000 strong all over America. According to what I read, the Crips are 40,000 strong and in 48 states all over America. According to what I read, the Bloods are 30,000 strong and in over 40-something states all over America. Black power? Black power? God damn it, that's a 200,000 man black army. Huh? Black power. That's alone enough soldiers. That's alone enough warriors to build a black army. Now y'all saw us a month and a half ago in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You saw the Huey Newton Gun Club. You saw the new Black Panther Party. You saw the Fred Hampton Gun Club, PANSOC. You saw all the Black Panthers there. You saw us with our AR-15s, is that right? You saw us with our AK-47s, is that right? You saw us, you saw about 500 black men fully armed in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's us right here. Black power, black power, and black women, he says. Arm yourself or harm yourself. Huey Newton says, power to the people and death to the fastest pig. Come on, repeat after me. Arm yourself or harm yourself. Power to the people and death to the fastest pig. That's our Honorable Huey P. Newton. The Vice Lord, Almighty Vice Lord Nation, Conservative Vice Lord. Where you at? They might not be up in here, but they somewhere. Vice Lord, Conservative Vice Lord. Well, they say that the Vice Lord is about 30,000 strong throughout America. Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama. Well, I'm here to tell you today, if the so-called gang members, the street organizations, if you all ever get organized with us again, like the enemy tried to separate us from the beginning, it's going to mean the death of white racism and the death of white supremacy, and it could mean the liberation of our people. Black power? There's power in here, man. There's power in this unity. There's power in what we're doing out here. We got the Moorish Science Temple out here. Sheikh Roy, who's going to come on in a minute. Well, there's another gang out here. They call the black, they used to be called the Almighty Black Peace Stone Nation. Huh?
Sun Gazer Reg, be careful what you saying, yo. You say power to all people. That's impossible. You can't have power to all people, because if all people was to have power, then damn near the whole human family would go against the black race. You know, we are the most despised people in the world, and we won't be able to have the power to go against everybody. They, goddamn it, they against us now, even those that are poor with black people. So when you say power to all people, you showing me that you scared to have power exclusively. The white man already got power. You don't see the white man saying power to all people. Hell no, because he know if all people get power, then goddamn, you toe up. What power you got? There's no such thing as all power to all people, because what power will we have if other people got power? It got to be some magnitude, some greater than the other. So be careful. I know you think you're saying something slick and cute, and maybe the white man won't get on you when you're saying power to all people because you want to include all. That's just like saying I'm for everybody. The same thing. Sun Gazer, if I was you, I would delete that comment, brother. I would delete that comment, man. I ain't banging on you. I'm just saying, be careful what y'all write, family. Y'all got to be careful what y'all put in there. We say black motherfucking power because we the only people that don't got no power right now. I don't give a damn about the Asians, the goddamn white men, or any other people until we get our power. And once we get our power, then maybe we can extend the hand and pull someone else up. But goddamn it, right now is black motherfucking power.
Almighty Black Peace Stone Nation. And some of them were called what? The El Rukins. Tribe from the Almighty Peace Stone Nation. El Rukin, what does that mean? It means the black stone. In Arabic, meaning that they had been taught a certain science. They said also that they were Moors. I'm talking about the El Rukins from the black stone. And they were taught the science from Noble Drew Ali. And they were taught Islam. And they started to do what? Build street organizations. They started to open up things for the kids, open up things for the youth, and they started to open up businesses. And I'm here to tell you, don't give it up. Black power, don't give it up. I don't care what they said and what happened with the El Rukins, what happened with the Vice Lord, the disciples. I'm here to tell you that the future of these street organizations, once you get politicized, once you get organized, once we are able to work with you to take your power and make it manifest, some things are going to change. Some things are going to change. Black power? Black power. Now look, I'm going to leave you with this, right? Is y'all too hip for the scriptures? The Second Chronicles. 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, I will forgive their sins and I will heal their land. They say, if my people, which are called by my name, I know what tell us what we calling ourselves now. Ken Dog, Snoop Dogg. What was the names back when I was coming up? Looney, Monster, Fat Rat. Huh? Give me them names, y'all. Go. Give me them gangster names. Huh?
I said Murder Rock from 6-0.
Give me them gangster names. Huh? King Crazy. Almighty. He means he the craziest of goddamn all the crazy ones. What? Tommy Tougher the Tough MFer. Black Power? Look, these are gangster names. These are gangster names. But God gives us another name. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, every time you look at the black man, you're looking at God. He said, every time you look at the black man, you're looking at God. I don't care what, I mean, all the gangster names is cool. All the gangster names is cool. But I'm here to tell you that you're more than just a gangster. You are the God of the black community. You are the walking manifestation of the Almighty in flesh. That's why you saying you Almighty. That's why you saying you Almighty. Now look, we got to humble ourselves. It says humble ourselves. My brothers, we have caused damage. Some of us out here have harmed our own people. Some of our homies have harmed, caused harm to families, caused harm to mothers, caused harm to future generations, man. That's why we are here today. Cause harm. Look, can any of us be forgiven for shedding the blood of God's chosen people? Gangster disciple, your star is what? It's the 6-pointed star, ain't it? The gangster disciple star is the 6-pointed star, is that right? That's right. That means you already saying, you don't know it, that means you saying, I am God's chosen people. If we have killed, if we have murdered, if we have harmed our people, and we have, we got a chance, brothers. We got a chance to make up for them sins. Islam teaches that if you do something bad, if you do something that's wrong, that you can correct it by doing good by the power of your own hands. If we have harmed, if we have killed, if we have murdered, if that is haunting us at night, if that haunts our consciousness, every time now you go out here and raise another black man and woman up out of the grave and get them out of the grave into the black liberation struggle, you can be forgiven for your sins. You can be forgiven for killing another because that was the white man that put that self-hatred in our mentality. If we come together today, if the Panther Party can come together with the Crips, let them see these brothers here, Brother Farad. If the Panther Party can come together and we can reverse history, if we can reverse history by uniting, if New York City, who is now known worldwide for gangbanging, if the New York City Bloods and the New York City Crips and the other gang members who are watching it from around the country, if we can unite in the Black Power movement with the Black Panther Party, and we can put together a Black Power program all over this country, things can change. If in this city, if the housing is not right, if in this city, if the funds and the resources are not right, if in this city they are not giving the black man, the black youth, what they need and what they deserve, hot damn it, that's what I'm here for. That's what we're here for. You all are powerful, but we got to be organized. You all are powerful, but you got to have political representation. You all are powerful, but you got to unite and put your voice here to the city of New York, to the United States of America, and this force of 100,000, 200,000 gang members throughout the country, it can become a powerful force for redemption in our resurrection, but we got to become organized. We got to become what? Organized. Become what? Organized. Become what? Organized. That's what I'm here to do. That's where's Amin Ra. Come on. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here without this Harlem 30 Crip. I wouldn't be here if this young black man, if I didn't find him. I say, who the hell is this in New York saying he's a rolling 30 Harlem Crip? And man, I'm here to tell you, this brother here is cripped out. But I'm here to tell you this, he's a conscious Crip. He's a conscious Crip that loves his people. We went to Tulsa, Oklahoma. He called me in the middle of the night. He said, man, we in New Jersey. He said, the car broken down. We ain't got no gas. He said, man, this ain't gonna work out. We finna turn around. I hung up the phone on him. And I said to myself, I don't want to hear that crap. And guess what? The next day or so, I looked around. He said, Black Power, man, I'm in Oklahoma. And that's why I'm here today. Because I said, man, if he has got this kind of determination, if he is this tough, and damn it, I'm going to get the Panthers and we coming to New York. Now, he may be going on lockdown. I'm sorry he's going on lockdown. I'm sorry we just beginning this. But I'm here to tell you this. Brother Amin Ra, Farah, let me say this. He may be going down for 3 years, but he gonna tear that jail up. He may going down for 3 years, but do you remember a man by the name of George Jackson? Huh? Do you remember Jonathan Jackson? Huh? Do you remember, do you know all of the political prisoners that are locked down? Mutulu Shakur and Mumia Abu Jamal and all of the political prisoners locked down. He may be going down for a few years, but he's going to become one of the strongest organizers in the United States of America from behind bars. He's going to organize them all from behind the bars. Black Power? What did Malcolm X do when he was locked down? What did many others do when they was locked down? Huh? He may have been locked down for what he did yesterday, but there's a new Amin Ra coming up tomorrow, and I dare the enemy trembles when they see this coming out of this young man. Black Power? Give him a black hand, man. And so look as I turn this over to others, man. Black Power. Black Power to the rolling 60s, man. We need a new rolling 60s on the set today. They killed our brother Nipsey. And they say that Nipsey was even killed. That's what they say. We don't know. They say Nipsey was killed by another rolling 60. For what they say. Come on, rolling 60s. Rolling 60s is probably the most, they say the rolling 60s in Los Angeles, California. They say that they are 5,000 men strong between Slauson Avenue and Florence to the north, Overhill to the west, and Arlington to the east. All of that rolling 60 hood. They say they 5,000 strong. all around the United States of America. They talking about what? Them rolling 60s. Rolling 60s. Now, I know who you are. You strike fear in the heart of people. You struck fear in the heart of others when we were coming up in high school and others. And now, my brother, when the rolling 60s become black conscious, when the rolling 60s start organizing, when the unity between the Black Panthers and the rolling 60s take place, my brother in Queens, when you get ready to roll on them crackers who was hating on our sisters, we'll roll on them devils 100 strong, 1,000 strong, and we'll crush some crackers out here in the streets in the name of black power and the defense of our people. Black power, black power. Black power. We shouldn't have to kill anybody. But if you got to kill somebody, make sure it's the body of your enemy. Black power, the police department. No good, dirty, low-down bastards. The old police department. Half of them behind this. Half of them is behind it in Los Angeles. They can't arrest a Crip, drop him off in a Blood neighborhood. They go over here and get a man, they kill a man, and they all in between it. Trust me, the devil's hand is all in between it. There will be no more police brutality in the black community if a black army is raised up between the Panthers and the Bloods and the Crips. Black power, black love, black unity. Look, I'm closing, man. I'm here to help. That's what I'm here to tell you. I want to hear y'all for the rest of the day. I want to hear every gangster. I want to hear why you banging. As Amin Ross say, what's the purpose of your banging? Ain't this the set? What is the purpose of your banging? I want to hear what you got to say, because we are here to help the gang community in New York to become organized for black power. What do you need in New York? What do you want in New York? We trying to survive, right? You trying to get some jobs, right? You trying to get some housing, right? You trying to get some resources, right? You trying to get what you need to survive, is that right? Black power? That's what we're here to help you do. That's what we're here to help you do. And make no mistake about it, for anybody who's listening, it's much beyond survival. America is a wicked and a rotten nation. And ultimately, we have to have a nation of our own. A nation of our own. That's why you call yourself the almighty black peace stone nation. Some of them call yourself now what? The United Blood Nation. The Crip Nation. Why are you talking nation? We must have a nation of our own. But I want to hear you today, brothers. I want to hear what y'all got to say. I'm going to sit here with my notepad and my pen because I'm here to organize. Organize and organize. Black power, black power, stop the killing that has killed our children. That has killed our children.